If Britain sees the dawn of a new era in government this spring, the seaside town of Lowestoft may be key. It has a peculiar political significance in the present campaign. For the opposition Conservatives to wrest power away from the ruling Labour Party, they'll need to gain at least 116 extra seats in Parliament when voters go to the polls next month. This coastal community in eastern England is part of the constituency of Waveney, number 116 on the list. Lowestoft has seen better days. Decades ago, scores of boats made it one of the country's biggest fishing ports. Now only a few trawlers go out. Often there's little to buy at the morning wholesale market.
60, 70, 80, 2.
Over at wholesaler J.T. Cole, wet fish supervisor Mark Harvey is among those who see the need for political change. Even if he's not sure a new prime minister would be able to accomplish a lot.
I think it's time for somebody else to have a go. Who is the right person, who knows? Because it's an impossible job, isn't it?
The town's economic decline worries many. As far as resident Daniel Edwards is concerned, the number one issue in the election is jobs.
Employment, there's no jobs in Lowestoft. I've been unemployed for 6 months to a year.
Peter Aldous is the Conservative candidate campaigning to wrest the seat away from the Labour Party. He said he recognizes people are focused on employment.
Jobs is the main issue here. To my mind, it's a question of improving the infrastructure. That's roads, railways and the new infrastructure, broadband.
For Aldous to win, he'll have to woo a substantial number of voters away from incumbent Bob Blizzard, who's held the parliamentary seat in the constituency since Tony Blair's landslide victory in 1997. Blizzard has a strong following in the community and has avoided recent scandals over expenses and corruption that have tarnished other Labour politicians.
I'm getting a good reception personally, and what I've been finding in recent weeks is the closer we get to the election, the support is firming up behind Labour.
If Blizzard is right, that would be good news for Prime Minister Gordon Brown, seen here launching his party manifesto earlier this week. He's been trailing David Cameron and the Conservatives in the polls for around 2 years, but the most recent surveys have shown the gap starting to narrow. If on election day no single party wins enough seats for a parliamentary majority on its own, then Nick Clegg and the perennially third-place Liberal Democrat Party he leads could play a pivotal role in putting together Britain's next government. But if it's left up to voters like retired housewife Emma Harris, then there won't be a change at the Prime Minister's residence at number 10 Downing Street.
Gordon Brown is not that bad. I think people are beginning to realise that the better devil you know than the devil you don't.
May 6th is the day when Britain's voters decide. Will they stay with what's familiar or choose change? Karen Sloan, The Associated Press.